Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. So, even though it's not early in the morning, it's mid morning, but there's some things I want to talk about. I was watching a video of Atos. I don't know if anybody knows Atos, but this dude that was doing like a review on a video that this pink girl, this Chef P with the pink sauce, whatever. She kind of got under my fucking skin. I really can't stand her. And then the most disappointing thing I ever saw was Karamo. If you know Karamo, you know what his deal is. He has a TV show, whatever the case is. I went from liking him to not liking him now because what I just witnessed was like so disgusting. And this is why like us black people get a bad rap for who we are and how we conduct ourselves. But he did this shit on national TV and I was not impressed with it because he was so fucking biased. Now, here's the one thing about peoples. Don't ever go on a TV show to conduct business or do whatever on somebody's TV show that's fucking biased, like you all the way biased. And I think it was because it was the skin color. It has a lot to do with the skin color rather than the business part. Because when a customer complains about their product being explosive or not healthy, and they bring it to your attention, instead of you apologizing and saying what you could do about it, like how you could fix the problem, and you suggest everybody to get their money back, you sit here gaslighting her, making her feel like she's the wrong one, then you insulting her. First of all, you insulted her both ways by telling her she's not special. And then two, you grabbing her hand to tell her that she's not special. She would have got punched for that shit. So ain't no way I'm gonna let you touch me and then try to gaslight me and tell me I'm wrong about something or because you're wrong. She was so embarrassed because this is not the only person that came on a TV show or on a podcast or even on the internet to complain about her merchandise. And then when somebody was asking her about it being FDA approved, she didn't know what the hell FDA approved means. So she thought, oh, my source is not medical. This is not under a medical field. So what are you talking about? If it was on the medical, like, da, 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 she was like sitting here just blabbing her mouth. So we was like, yo, she's a dumbass. First of all, your source, FDA approved, is not just for medical. It's Food and Drug Administration. If you didn't fucking know. Clearly she didn't do her work. And two, you know how many red flags came up that I noticed? First of all, if you're going to start your own business and you're going to sell food products, you're supposed to check everything off the list. Like, go online, see how you can get licensed. First of all, get licensed to sell food. Two, I'm hearing now that you could get fined if you don't have a license to sell your food, whether it is in the cart or in the back of your car or in your house, whatever the case is. Because one, you want people to trust your products to go into their bodies and make sure they don't get poisoned and sick. Two, you need to check if this is FDA approved. Three, you need to see what's healthy and what's not healthy, because some people out here is trying to make sauces that's healthy for you but at the same time edible. Putting glitter in your sauce is not edible. You inhale glitter, you could that causes cancer if anybody didn't know. Clearly she didn't know, so that's why she kept putting glitter in her shit. And then she should know that that type of sauce don't travel well. It really don't, especially when you got oil, milk-based products in it. Majority of the shit is dairy. And then you're putting it in a fucking bag, like a container that's not even refrigerated. And that's another thing she done did wrong. So I can't tell you how many times I've seen people make the same common mistakes when it comes to their foods. Okay, so do us all a favor. And not only that I'm talking to Chef P because I really do hope she sees this, But I'm talking to a lot of people who's trying to start their food business and you haven't done your whole research on how to do shit, especially if you're making sauces. Do your research. It doesn't cost to do your research, nor does it take up a whole lot of time, especially if it's a certain type of thing you're trying to come up with. 3, why don't you get a mentor? Get somebody who knows everything about the food business in and out, who could tell you what's safe and what's not safe to put in the food. First of all, you don't need to be a scientist to know what's safe and what's not safe to put in food. Because if you was that fucking smart, which I highly doubt it, because clearly you see on the TV show and podcasts, glitter is not edible. Okay? That type of glitter is not edible. It's very dangerous. And you have to be a dumbass to sit here and put it in the food and then say you don't give a damn. And then how can you sit here and tell the customer they are not special when it comes to to her business and her complaining about the shit? First of all, every customer is special. They're your customers. They're nothing without your business. So anybody that claims that they ain't shit and they're not special, you're fucking wrong. First of all, you wouldn't be selling shit. You wouldn't be able to make sales if it wasn't for your customers. So treat your customers with respect, okay? And yes, they are special. They making you money, you dumb bitch. So anyway, another thing I realized that people do is that when you shipping products from across the fucking states, refrigerate the shit. Who the hell does not refrigerate food or sauces in a refrigerated bag or a container? Why you over here shipping things in boxes? Boxes. Make it make sense. Like, seriously, I know I'm not bugging, but the bitch started sending things in boxes. No refrigeration, nothing. So when she got caught out on her shit, she was hella embarrassed. Instead of her admitting she was wrong and apologizing, she goes and attacks every customer that has ever bought her shit. And then 2, your expiration date, really, it only expires within a month. So anybody that buys their shit within January is going to be expired in February. Just like the product that this woman bought, it expired in August. She bought it in July. That didn't make no sense. And then 2, another thing I noticed was the fact that she so she waited until enough customers start posting up shit on TikTok and Instagram about their sauces exploding in the box. Now she wants to say something. Now she wants to apologize. But why did it have to take up to 6 people to have something like this happen for you to apologize? You should apologize to the first person that ever been through something like this, that had an incident with this shit, And it could have got worse. What if the person would have got sick off that? What if the person got sick with the glitter alone? Then what you was going to say? Like I said, people need to make sense. And not everybody should be an entrepreneur. You need to start looking up shit. Do your homework before you start thinking about making sauces and trying to poison people or get people sick because you're over here shipping milk-based products without refrigeration. And expect for people to be like, oh, this is the best sauce ever. And then on top of that, you're copying off a ranch. It's a knockoff. Make it make sense, peoples. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be buying shit like that. And I would never buy no stupid shit like that. Seriously, I like my life and I love my stomach and my body. And I would not put anything dangerous in my body like that. So get it together, Chef P.